Let's talk about additional roof parts, and mainly what I'm thinking of are the chimneys and other objects, for instance gutters and things like that. So how do we add these elements to the drawing that we have?
Well, one solution to create chimney, for example, is that if that is built above walls, then you can just drop the walls and then make sure that they're coming through the roof. Now, remember we talked about how the roofs are cutting or not cutting the walls, so this can be something that you can set up, or you just simply you can just cut a hole into the roof and make sure that the walls are coming off. There's another solution to that, which is the object solution. When you actually place this roof as one parametric object, and this is how this was done. If I go to the settings, as you can see, there are chimney objects built into ARCHLine, and whenever you select any of these, you can find and go to these settings, and you can make changes to those settings. You can change the size, you can change the material, you can handle them as you would handle a chair or a column or something like that, like one individual object. And this is also something that works very well.
I know that there's one thing regarding objects that we have to know about, and that is namely with sections and elevation drawings.
Yes. By default, this we covered 2 sessions before when we talked about how you can create the sections. And the section by default hides the objects, because the architectural section, at least. And the architectural section is usually for other reasons, for structural reasons, and that's why it's hiding the cars and the chairs and the tables and everything else. And if you place your chimney as an object, it will be treated the same way as the rest of the object. So in that case, you just need to make sure that either you turn back this option on, or you create the chimney in another way when it's not interfering with that setting.
What about gutters?
The gutters are something that, again, there is 2 solutions to that. One solution is the old solution, when you actually use objects to that, but that's difficult because in that case you have to find the proper size and so on. So that's something that I wouldn't do. There is another tool dedicated, and it's called the gutter, and it's actually under the roof part. It's called the gutter. It allows me to pick up an edge of that roof and tell what sort of gutter with what sort of cross section I would like to see there. Let's say I would like to go with this one, and I would like to change the reference line to not to be aligned to the bottom, but to be aligned to the side. And also I can change the height, the width, and the offset of this whole thing. And for example, I would like to vertically shift it like its height, so it should be minus 0.15. And horizontally it should be offset, like, I don't know, let's just go with half of the width, and okay, and then now it should appear properly. I can just further push it back down,
yes,
or above.
So it creates you a parametric 3-dimensional object which you can customize. What about downspouts?
The downspout is a parametric part of the gutter itself. It's here on the second page. And by default, the software will pick a path, which you can change to something else, like a straight or one type, another one with this slanted part at the bottom. And it really depends what you set up here, the position, and so on. But sometimes you really don't know where it should be. It should be in the center, definitely not. Somewhere on the side, but I don't know exactly where. So I just graphically set it up. I just click create, and I hit OK, and then I check whether it's OK. Well, this could be OK, but if I would like to move it further to the side,
probably out of the way.
Yes, I can just click here and I just say that, okay, move the whole downspout to a different position, or I can just move one segment, and I can even make this part longer, like this here. I just click on this part and on the arrowhead, and I just stretch it down. I can even type the value if I know, or just match a proper point in the 3D.
That's right.